Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, scholars. Today is a thankful Thursday, May 20th, 2020. We're going to be focusing on lesson 17. If you don't have your packet with you, pause the video, go get it. Make sure your date matches my date. Welcome to first grade virtual ELA. I hope you're ready to grow your brain. Few reminders. I'm looking for the scholar with the most ready minutes, 30 minutes or more. Looking for the scholar with the most Get Epic minutes. Looking for the scholars with the most Grow Our Team points. And there is a video chat with Miss Jackson tomorrow. One will be at 12:30 and the other one will be at 3:45. Hope to see you tomorrow. Objective. Objective. I will edit the steps for writing instructions in logical order. All right, scholars, let's get to it. So yesterday we reviewed the proper steps and the importance of being specific and being logical when you're telling someone else how to do something. Like, for example, how to brush your teeth. We make sure we have a title at the top. Here, how to brush your teeth. We make sure we have a beginning sentence. The steps tell you how to brush your teeth. We make sure we have the first step, the second step, the third step, the fourth step, the last step, and then a result. If you follow all these steps, then what will happen? That's what we did yesterday. In addition to yesterday, scholars, you went on ahead and you planned what you were going to be writing your steps about, whether that be how to make pancakes, how to draw a circle, how to draw the sun, how to make scrambled eggs. And if you chose something else, whatever that is that you chose, you put it into 16.2, which was yesterday's. It should have it all in there. Remember, you didn't have to do complete sentences for this one. Now, next, this page here, you had to be a little bit more specific. Remember, you had to make sure there's a title at the top. Although we didn't talk about that. Sorry about that. You needed a title, you needed a first sentence, you needed the first step, second step, third step, fourth step, fifth step, and the result. If you do all of the steps, then what will happen? Well, today we're going to edit, okay? So this is the paper that you need, 17.1 at the top. You're going to edit your draft, okay? So I'm going to go through 1 through 8. I'm going to read to you what it says. You're going to look through what you have and see if you have that. If you don't have it, pause the video, put it in there. If you do have it, go ahead and give yourself a check, okay? If you don't have it, give yourself an X, make the proper corrections, and then turn that X into a check, or you can just pause it, make the proper corrections, and then go ahead and just give yourself a check. So the first thing that you want to do, so right now you're looking at your draft that says 16.3 at the top. I want you to check that you named your steps with the title. So if you chose how to draw a circle, make sure that's at the top. Whatever you decided to give directions for, make sure that's at the top, okay? Whether that's how to make pancakes, make sure that's all the way at the top. How to draw a circle, make sure that's at the top. How to draw the sun, make sure that's at the top. How to make scrambled eggs, make sure that's at the top. If you do have a title indeed at the top, which most of you probably didn't because we didn't go over this yesterday, pause the video, write your title, and then give yourself a check, okay? Number 2 says check that you wrote a starting sentence, which is the direction tells us how to, basically the sentence was already there. You just have to finish that sentence. If you went on ahead and finished that first sentence, go ahead and give yourself a check. But if you did not finish that first sentence telling me what it is that these directions are giving us, then pause the video and tell me what it is that you were doing, okay? Once you do that, give yourself a check. Number 3 says, check that you wrote what to do for step 1. So next to the number 1, make sure you have a sentence there. So, for example, if you chose how to draw a circle, step number 1 would be get a pencil or marker or pen. That will be step 1. Okay. If you do have step 1, go ahead and give yourself a check. If not, pause the video and create step 1 for whatever directions you chose. Number 4 says check that you wrote what to do next. So that will be second, third, and fourth. So you're looking at number 2, number 3, and number 4. What are those, the next steps that you have to do to draw a sun, to make pancakes, to make scrambled eggs? Whatever it is that you chose, make sure you have step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. If you have that, give yourself a check. If not, pause the video, put those inside of your draft, and then give yourself a check. Number 5 says check that you wrote what to do last. So that should be next to number 5. What is the last thing you were supposed to do? Next to number 5. If you have something written next to number 5, give yourself a check. If you don't, pause the video and go ahead and fill in for number 5, okay? Number 6 says, check that you finished with the result. So at the bottom it says, if you follow all of these rules, then what will happen? So remember we were talking about the toothbrush and toothpaste, brushing your teeth. If you follow all of these rules, then you'll have clean teeth. If you did the sun, if you follow all of these rules, you should have a nice sun. If you made a circle, if you follow all of these rules, then you will have a great circle, okay? Whatever it is, make sure it's there. If you follow these rules, then what will happen? Make sure you have your then what will happen. If you have that, give yourself a check. If not, pause the video, write it in there, and then give yourself a check. Number 7 says check for capitalizations and punctuation marks. So we're trying to remember the title should always start with a capitalized letter. Every sentence should begin with the capitalized letter. Every sentence should end with the punctuation mark. Okay? If you did that, give yourself a check. If you didn't, if you had made a couple mistakes, pause the video, go back, make those changes, and then give yourself a check. And then for number 8, I want you to read it to your parents, have your parents read over it, and if you spelled some words wrong, go ahead and erase them and spell them the correct way, okay? Or if they're not spelled the correct way, but your parents are still able to understand what you wrote, that's fine, okay? If you did that, give yourself a check. If you did not do that, pause the video and then give yourself a check, okay? This should take no more than 7 minutes. Do your best, scholars. And that's it for today. Today was a very short day. All we did was edit some things. Tomorrow will be a little different. So today can be a Get Epic day. If you didn't already finish your iReady reading assessment, this would be the perfect opportunity for you to do that. If you did finish your iReady assessment, then go ahead and do about 20 minutes of iReady, okay? See you tomorrow. I miss you guys so much. Bye.